What is going on, everybody? iOS 12 just came out for every single iPhone that supports it. And we're going to take a look at it on the iPhone SE. Now, I've covered all the betas. I've covered basically every single little thing you could about iOS 12. And luckily for the iPhone SE, every single feature that is out for the iOS 12 is supported on the iPhone SE. On the iPhone 5S, iPhone 6 Plus, it's missing some features, but on the iPhone SE, it's getting all of them. So that is definitely a very good thing. And I'm going to quickly talk about some of the main features of iOS 12. I'm not going to go through every single little change because that's going to take 40 hours to do. But I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about basically my performance and the basically improvement that it's been, and a little bit about battery life, and we'll just go from there. But one of the main features of iOS 12 was group FaceTime, and luckily the iPhone SE does support it, so you can group FaceTime with up to 32 people, which is pretty insane. I don't even have 32 friends. I probably have like 3.5 friends. It's a long story. But on iOS 12, you are able to go and FaceTime with multiple people, and that is a huge improvement. I see that actually taking over like Skype and other things like that, because it would make no sense if everybody on the team has an iPhone, then they could just group FaceTime. So that is definitely really cool. Another awesome thing they added, which isn't even talked about that much, and I totally forgot. If you guys want to go and update, all you have to do is click on General in the Settings tab, go to Software Update, and then it will show you a little dialog box here. You can go ahead and click Install or Download Now or whatever it is. If you already have iOS 12, then it's going to say this. But going back to it, as soon as you open up Settings, you'll see a couple of new panels here. One of them is actually Screen Time, which is super, super awesome. And I've been using it like every day on my iPhone 10. And I could see a lot of other people using it too. Really, all this shows you is just screen time, how long your screen's been open. And that in and of itself isn't even a new feature. But what this does, it takes it one step further, and it shows you the apps you're using, shows you if you're using like social media or business apps or whatever. And basically, it just allows you to see like if you're wasting time on your phone, if you're using it for productive reasons or not. And it shows you the apps that you do use. Well, I don't use this phone at all, but it will show you the apps that you use the most. And you can even click on this and get a whole graph of your usage and how many times you pick up your phone, how many times you don't pick up, whatever, how much of the day you're on your phone and all these things. And my thing looked crazy, like I'm on my phone way too much, but then I kind of lowered it a little bit after I saw these. And what they do is actually send you weekly reports, so you can turn it on or off if you want to, but they send you weekly reports of how much either your improvement of not using your phone or a decrease or you're using your phone too much. So it shows you that, and that's super cool, and I like that a lot. I like Apple kind of focusing on that thing. And they did actually do a little bit of a widget here too. So if you go onto the left side and you click Edit, you can actually set up a widget, and there's a couple of new ones too here. I'll let you guys look at them. But the Screen Time widget is one of my favorite ones, and I'm going to use that a lot more often. As you can see, it just kind of breaks it down, how long I've used it, the apps I'm using, all this stuff. And it's super cool, and I like it a lot. Now, another cool thing Apple added in iOS 12 is actually group notifications. Now, that's actually the Screen Time notification, if you guys were wondering. But basically, if you get an iMessage, if you get 30,000 of them, if you get 30,000 Snapchats, it won't load up all 30,000 right here, and you have to keep scrolling through every single one. What it will do is just show you one notification up front, and it'll show you a little tab on the bottom. You can go ahead and click on that notification to expand it, and it will show you all the other notifications within it as well. So it'll really only show you one notification per app, but you click on it to expand it to other ones, and it's super cool, and I actually love that about it. And that's probably one of my main features and one of my favorite features of iOS 12 overall. But probably my favorite feature that I see the most potential in is probably Siri Shortcuts. I think this is going to be an app that's going to revolutionize a lot of stuff we do and really optimize us to kind of waste less time and kind of make it a little bit easier us to go through our day. I don't know, guys, but pretty much what this does is allows us to set up custom voice actions to Siri. So if we ask Siri, hey, I'm leaving work, that'll trigger it to go and text your wife and open up to GPS and call your loved ones or whatever to let you know you're going there or something like that. But you can set up a lot of stuff. And like how Apple demonstrated that at WWDC was actually really cool. And I could see a lot of people using it, but here are just some of the Siri shortcuts. And if you guys, for some reason, updated and don't have Siri shortcuts, all you have to do is go into the App Store, search up Workflow, and it'll be the first app right there. It's just going to be like, I don't know why they call it. For some reason, I looked up shortcuts and I couldn't find it, but if you look up Workflow, you'll be able to find it and install it. And that is Siri Shortcuts, and I think there's a lot of potential with it. I'm going to make a whole separate video talking about the top 10 best Siri Shortcuts or the best Siri Shortcuts you can do. That's coming very soon. Either I'm dropping it on this channel or I'm dropping it on my second channel, which is Lo-Fi Alpaca, linked in the description, so make sure you guys check that out. Now, main question I'm going to get is performance. Did the performance increase? I will say 100% the performance did increase from iOS 11.4.1 to going to iOS 12. Is it noticeable? Yes, it is. I did a lot of tests, even on my earlier phones, like the iPhone 6, 6S, all those phones. I've seen an improvement on every single iPhone in terms of the performance. Another question I'm going to get asked is, did battery life improve? I will say it didn't decrease, okay? Battery life definitely did not decrease on iOS 12, but I will say at the same time, it didn't become 30,000 times better. It didn't become like I can use my phone from like one day to the end of the week. It's not going to be like that. It's definitely an improvement though. I'll tell you like this. The stability went up, there's bug fixes, and we got so many more features. I wasn't really expecting the battery life to be insane to begin with, but if anything, there is a little bit of improvement, but like I said, for the base level, it did not decrease. You're going to probably get the same battery life, if not better. And that's honestly all I want from an update. All I wanted, I've been saying since every single iOS 11 update video, even on the iOS 12 betas, all I want is stability. I don't care about being the fastest or being the whatever, the features. I want a stable phone that I'm not scared about bringing with me to a week if I lost my computer and I can do everything on my phone. Like, I want something stable, and I think with iOS 12, it's definitely a step in the right direction. So some closing thoughts. If you're on iOS 11.4.1 or anything like that, definitely update. If you're on iOS 11.4, if you're on iOS 11.2, definitely update it. This is definitely a feature-packed upgrade. You're going to get a lot of improvements, so I definitely recommend you guys to do that. Only reason I would probably recommend you guys not to do it is if you were waiting for a jailbreak. If you're on 11.4.1, then you might not want to upgrade, but at the same time, I think you should probably do it. Maybe a jailbreak will come out in a couple weeks or a month or two for this, but I would definitely recommend you guys to update no matter what. I will do some battery comparisons though between all the iPhones, and I'll put those on my second channel, Alpaca. So if you guys want to check that out, links to those are in the description. But if you enjoyed the video, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. That'll mean so much. But comment down if you guys have any questions or anything like that. I'll definitely be reading those. Check out their links down there too, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram. Don't go on my Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat anymore. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.